what I'm looking at here is a bit of an older contraption that I have here in my redstone testing world. And this is the Mob Bomb Factory tree farm. So this is a tree farm that uses creepers spawned at a mob spawner and skeletons to drop bombs onto the trees to blow them up. This is an idea that I stole from Etho. He had a similar bomb factory. I think he actually got that working eventually, but I don't think he had put anything for those creepers to actually blow up. I'm not actually sure that, I don't remember. So yeah, I decided to make this design. I'm planning to build this in my single player survival world, but for now it's just in creative. So let me show off how this works. So these command blocks are just to activate the correct settings, turn on spawning, turn on mob griefing and tile drops, because I don't usually have those on in my redstone testing world. And we can see some stats here. This farm will apparently generate around 1356 logs per hour, and it works with oak, birch, and spruce. Unfortunately, with the jungle trees, you don't get enough saplings back to AFK here. So we have the tree chamber right here. This might look familiar if you've seen Nim's tree farm. This is a very similar design, although I've added, it's all kind of it's been modified, let's say. So we have gates on the roof. We have this lever here to toggle between oak trees and other types of trees. That activates triple piston extender. That's there just so the oak trees don't grow into super oak trees. Bone meal in here. The farm output will be in these chests here, and of course the blast chamber right here. So let's see this farm in action. I already did that. I'm gonna farm birch trees because they are the best for this type of farm. I'm gonna go into survival mode and flip this bombs lever. This works like a light switch. You flip it up and it starts dropping bombs. So we could see that, but I'm gonna plant a few trees here. You step on this pressure plate, you plant the tree. We get some leaf crusher action going on all around us. Double piston extender here to I don't remember why I did that. Oh, it's because the spruce trees need a 5x5, or sorry, a 3x3. Well, they need a 5x5 area to grow, where this one can be logs, but if they were right here, it wouldn't work. So we should be seeing the first few bombs dropping down here. If I go into creative, I can show you that better, but I'm hoping the creepers start dropping down now. Okay, give it a few seconds. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna have to do this video all again. That's not very fun. Oh yeah, I see the minecarts rolling. I see the creepers dropping down. Here we go. So yeah, we'll take some damage there. Usually I have blocks right here. Not that that would actually matter, but I just have it here so we can see. That's rude. But yeah, we will have creepers dropping pretty consistently. I'll go into creative just so we can spectate this. And they're just basically just going to be blowing up these logs that are just going to keep being fed. Yeah. It's not a super complicated system, although obviously creepers explosions are not as good as TNT because they don't drop all the blocks. So really this is just a worse version of a typical tree farm. Why would you want to do this? I want to do this because I don't like the idea of duping TNT. And that's the main motivation. And I think that it's kind of cool that these kinds of mechanics can actually be harnessed in this way. So yeah, this will give you enough saplings back to constantly be planting. They come out of these two droppers, and this will just keep blowing up the trees. And then we've got some output over here. We also get arrows, bones, and sometimes witches, and I guess a sapling. I don't know how that got in there. Gunpowder and sometimes witches go in there. So let me show you actually what's going on at the top. So basically we have 4 stages, I think. Actually, I don't know. There's a couple of stages. Stage 1, mob spawn in the mob spawner. They're all funneled down into this tube in here, and they drop down the chute. This is the sorting chute. This is going to sort the size of the mob. So as you can see, we can see by this flesh right here that it's crushed, or it's sorted some baby zombies. They fit into this 1 block hole here, and so if there's any baby zombies, they will get pushed in and die on the magma blocks. In the next slot we have the creeper sorter. So we can see we have a skeleton here. He gets pushed over, but he doesn't go into this water tube here. Only creepers can fit because there's obviously this trapdoor right here. So the creepers get sorted down over here into the creeper place. I don't know why it has a step here, but yeah. Everything that's 2 blocks tall is going to drop down right here, and as you can see, we've got a villager and a dog. So the zombie gets attracted by the villagers and he dies because we don't want the zombies, and the skeletons will go off to the left here into the skeleton area down this trapdoor. I'm hoping we can see it again. Those are zombies. Occasionally witches will also end up down here, which they can pick either. In practice, they usually tend to go this way. I don't know why, because I don't think they'd actually die in the lava. And I never see a witch just kind of chilling there. And we also have the odd skeleton going here as well. But if the witch gets over here, it's not a big deal. Skeletons are in the skeleton chamber, and then we have a minecart system that will take 1 creeper and 1 skeleton, and it will pop them into these locations here. We got the creeper, then the skeleton. Skeleton shoots at this iron golem. The water is going to prevent the arrow from ever hitting the golem, but in practice it's usually not a big deal because there's a creeper in the way. And once that creeper gets knocked up by the knockback of the arrow, it hits a tripwire right here. You can see that happening, which will release them both and drop that bomb. There's also a timer on the skeleton's tripwire. So the skeleton sitting in there, if he's not a real skeleton and it's either a zombie or it's a witch, then there's a timer that it will wait for, and if it hasn't activated in the time, then it will just drop them both. If there's no creepers, then the skeleton will just be shooting at nothing for a while until the next creeper comes in, which will not do anything. So it's pretty robust. I haven't had it blow up on me in creative here, even though mob griefing is on, so it could possibly happen. We've also got kind of an insane system going on over here to deal with all the logs. This was I think the most difficult part of the system. Triple piston extender here is just for the oak and other type, but all these other pistons here was kind of a pain. We have the bank of pistons here. If we get a block here, it will push them all. But we also have some, I guess, safety measures. If blocks get pushed too far, we don't want them to get pushed into the redstone. So mainly, if a block is here, the piston push limit's been reached, such like this. Aha, now we have an issue. So right now, if this is here, all these pistons are extended, so we don't have any issues there. It's possible that we have stuff up here though, and that could create a problem if they get pushed farther. but that's why we have some measures here, which will, if any blocks get here, here, or here, all these pistons will also extend. And that's very important, actually. In practice, you won't have probably as many bombs as I do in creative, because you've got caves that you need to light up and whatever else. So if the rates slow down enough, you'll have tree backlog, and if this ever happens, you'll have to manually come over and chop these trees down. And that will just make, it's a foolproof measure, or it's a safety measure. The leaf crusher systems are just kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on here. I know that that stuff over there is this system, which was actually more difficult to design than it looks. I thought about something like this, but obviously it's not going to work because we need these pistons to be pushing as much as possible, basically. So if we already have 3 blocks here that it needs to push, if we check this out, it can only have 9 more blocks on the ends of it here to adhere to the limit. Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff going on. We've also got collection system using a hopper minecart down here. Actually, a bunch of hopper minecarts, I guess. And those are just going to pick everything up and pop them into this water chute, which is going to sort them via item sorters in the back here. Pretty standard. But yeah, this is fully AFKable. I haven't actually goated in survival yet, nor would I really even AFK at something like this, but it's kind of a nice novelty to have, and I think it's some clever engineering at the very least. Definitely going to be a pain to build in survival, but I had a lot of fun designing this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I've basically gone through every aspect. Oh yeah, there's also a cactus here. All sorts of clocks to do these very precise timings. I don't even know what most of these do. I'd imagine this is for the... I think this is for the minecarts. There's a pulse extender here. I don't even know why. Oh, see, we have a witch. I guess a witch did find its way into the fire. And he obviously won't die. But it's not really a big deal. For the most part, you're just going to have a huge amount of creepers just sitting here. We also have this curved rail to ensure that he's going to be able to get picked up, which is something pretty reliable. This is actually in 1.19.1, bit of an older version. This was made in that date. That's August 15th. So, and I just haven't got around to it. I've been busy with school and stuff, so. We got our villager Bart and our dog. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just wanted to showcase this design, and yeah. Oh yeah, we had a witch, didn't we? Anyway, see you guys.